Welcome to the Love Hour. My name is Mehrad, and next to me is my wife, Michelle, joining you from San Diego. Our Zoom administrator and co-creator of this event is Craig, who's with us from San Francisco. We are delighted to have the pleasure of listening to the award-winning harpist, Isabel Cárdenas. She's joining us from New York. Just last week, Isabel performed with the New York Metropolitan Opera Orchestra at Carnegie Hall. As sublime as her music is, as beautiful as she is, she's even more beautiful inside, with a great sense of purpose and wisdom to use her musical talent for healing and social change. She's the perfect artist to help us co-create a more loving future. One reason we are all here is our innate desire to love and to be loved. We are all here because you believe in the power of love. One common message of all wisdom tradition is love. It is love that brings us together. It is love that moves us. It is love that teaches us. It is love that connects us. It is love that comforts us. It is love that nurtures us. It is love that heals us. It is love that inspires us. It is love that elevates humanity to higher humanity. It is love. It is love. It is love that makes us one. Again, welcome to the Love Hour, a time where we consciously choose to pause and reflect, meditate, contemplate, and bring love to the forefront of our awareness, embody that sentiment, and spread that to all humankind. Instead of sending love, you might prefer terms like kindness, compassion, acceptance, and friendliness. The intention of this practice is to activate the power of love to transform individuals, family, communities, nations, and the world to address the many areas that we so desperately need love for healing. Through a collective meditation on love, it is our hope that wounds can be healed and a new path walked that will uplift humanity and strengthen our bonds and interconnectedness. Here is a short poem by Rumi about love. Since Rumi's poetry is in Farsi or Persian language, I will recite it in its original language before the English translation. هر کجا که باشی و در هر حال که باشی بکوش تا محب باشی. Wherever you are, whatever you do, be in love. هر کجا که باشی و در هر حال که باشی بکوش تا محب باشی. Wherever you are, whatever you do, be in love. And now please let the music usher you inward to the chamber of your heart. And now let's please begin our group practice. Please find a comfortable seated position. If you're sitting on a chair, make sure both feet are solidly grounded. Spine is straight, shoulders relaxed, hands are comfortably resting on your thighs. Head balanced, eyes gently closed. A gentle smile in the face, relaxing the facial muscles. And withdraw your mind from all other places. Bring it to the place that you're sitting. Withdraw your mind from all other spaces and bring it to the space that your body is occupying. Breathe within that space. And withdraw your mind from all other times and bring it to this moment. To be here now and feel the breath of here now. Feel a wave of relaxation descending from the crown of the head. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyebrows, eyes, cheekbones, jaws, nostrils, mouth, root of the tongue, throat, neck. Relax your shoulders, upper arms, lower arms, hands, fingers, fingertips. Relax your hands, arms, shoulder, chest, the heart region, the navel center. Relax your thighs, calves, feet, toes, and toe tips. Feel that easy breath, soft breath from the crown of the head to the toes, toes to the crown. Sweeping breath. Let the mind rest at the forehead center, between the two eyebrows, 2 inches inside the forehead. Notice your breath. Notice your breath that by its own volition comes in. Breath comes to you and bring you the gift of life. Breath comes to you and brings you the gift of life. Breath comes to you as a gesture of love of universe for you. Open your heart and breathe in. Breathe in the love of universe for you. And as you breathe in, practice the art of receptivity as you receive this gift of love from the universe. Smile and open your heart and breathe in love. Breathe in love. The gift of universe. Gesture of love of universe for you. And as you release the breath, practice the art of reciprocity and generosity. Offer your love with your out breath. Hands are resting on your thighs with palms up in the gesture of receptivity and generosity. With the tongue of the mind, repeat the word love with your in-breath. Repeat the word love with your out-breath. Breathing in love, breathing out love. Love, love. Smile in the face, smile in the heart. Love, love. love. Be in love. Be in love. Wherever you go, whatever you do, be in love. Be in love. Emanate love. Spread love. And now let the music again usher you to your heart and celebrate love. Isabel?
Thank you, Isabel. Thank you, Mayrod. So, hi, I'm Craig, and I'm in San Francisco. So happy Pride. So, yeah, the theme of San Francisco Pride this year is "Love will keep us together." So I don't know if they have to pay Captain and Tennille royalties for that or not, but I thought it was really appropriate that we were doing our first live Love Hour today. And this started like a year and a half ago. Some friends of ours, Bill is here, John is here. I can't see on the thing who else from our little group is here. We wanted to put together just a time for people to sit and just put some love out into the world. And people kept asking us, hey, what's the dial-in? We were like, well, we kind of set it so anyone could just do it at 4:00 wherever you are, so you didn't have to have yet another Zoom call. But we realized that people really wanted to come together as a community for this. So this is a time where you're invited to turn on your cameras if you would like. We are live streaming on YouTube, so if you do turn on your cameras, you'll be on YouTube. So if that makes you nervous, then you can not turn your camera on. But if anyone would like to just maybe say a few words about, if you have any thoughts on love or its role, or just want to get your voice out into the space today and be heard. So you can either use the reactions to raise your hand and I'll unmute you, or if you're on camera, you can just wave and I'll unmute you.
And also, Craig, maybe you mentioned that there would be additional music and additional guided practice that Michelle will be leading us.
Yes, we will have a full hour of love. So yes, more music and more guided practice.
Love is quiet.
Hey, I'm all for just sitting and bathing in love. We can do that too until our next musical interlude in 6 minutes. All right, Sharon and spouse or friend or boyfriend. I don't know who that guy is. I'm asking you to unmute, so you should be getting a little pop-up. All right.
Yeah, I'm all of the above with this. But the common thread, no matter what religion, no matter where you are, is if we can love ourselves, then we can love the world. And it all begins with ourselves. Thank you for having us.
Thank you for joining. Bill or John, could I pick on one of you to maybe...
And Sue is also here.
Yeah, oh yeah, Sue is here.
I was thinking about, there's recently a anniversary, I think 50 years since the Beatles first sang "All There Is Love." I think that's the song, or the title. All the world needs is love. Someone will correct me, Craig, but I haven't been able to get that out of my head for the last week or so since I heard that, and I think it's true. Thanks to everyone for putting this together.
All right, Dr. Christie, let me unmute. Yes, it is all you need is love. So someone else corrected you, Bill. So thank you. Thank you for not making me have to be the one.
They lovingly pointed it out.
So I think of where am I being loved when I'm not in the love hour with all of y'all? Like when I'm driving in my car and someone cuts me off, or when I'm at the store and I don't feel too well and the kids are in the car yelling. So last Monday, I stopped being able to see out of one of my eyes suddenly, and it scared me. And I was at the doctor and I just started loving her and thanking her and being in appreciation that she went through Lord knows how many years of school to get to the moment where she could be looking into my eye with certainty. And I just kept thinking about that and just sending good wishes and good energy to her and thanking her. And, you know, so for me, it's where am I practicing this in my life? I could come in here and you guys be like, oh, what a loving guy. But where am I doing that, you know, at the toll plaza when I'm behind, I'm late? And that's what days like today do for me. They support me to be more in that spirit regularly. Mm-hmm. So that's my thing. Where am I being loved behind the scenes when nobody else is around?
Mm.
On that note, John, you reminded me of a quote from Martin Luther King Jr. Darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. And so my focus these last few days, actually since we met as the Love Transformation Group a few days ago, has been on how can love be the difference, you know, for people who are struggling with fear around what's going on politically, for people who are struggling with addiction, for people who are struggling with anything and everything, from minor annoyances to huge grief and loss. You know, how can we bring love to them on a global level? How can we be love? How can we love our enemies? How can we love those people who seem so very hard to love? So those are the love questions that have been very much burning inside of me these last few days.
Thank you, Sue. So before we invite Isabel to share some more music with us, I'll just call out Wild Pan's comment about lovingly inviting their elected representatives today, because we definitely need some love and leadership. So I thought that was worth amplifying. I'm going to do that for July. So with that, Isabel, I will unmute you.
Thank you, Isabel. I felt like you were playing on my heartstrings. All right, let's move into a gentle, heart-centered practice together. So again, if you're sitting on a chair, both feet firmly on the ground, spine erect, the head balanced on the pole of the spine. Take a beautiful breath in. And as you release the breath, settling down into this moment. Bring the shoulders back ever so slightly so you feel the heart area open. And then feel a wave of relaxation descending from the crown of the head, relaxing in the facial muscles, down into the shoulders and the arms, relaxing in the chest, abdomen, into the legs below. And then bringing the attention to the nostrils, and feel the two streams of breath flowing evenly and equally into the nostrils and out the nostrils into the room. As you carefully draw the two streams of breath up the nostril passageway, follow them up the nostril passageway into the head where the two nostrils join. So there is a place in the anatomy of the head where the nostrils join and become one passageway down into the lungs. As you breathe in, follow the breath streams up to the point where they join, and carefully following it out again. And practice this for a minute or so until you find that point where the two nostrils join in the head. That exact point, very close to the Ajna chakra or the third eye center. And when you find that place, allow the mind to rest at that place. And from that place, begin to gaze down into the heart center. So the heart chakra, between the breasts and beneath the sternum. And the eye of the mind gazes deeply down into the cave of the heart. First the mind, and then the breath will follow. So a soft breath, a healing breath. The breath relaxing any tension, any block in the heart center. Absolute one-pointed focus. How many times in a day do we close off our hearts? Relaxing this area, keeping it open to divine healing. Allow the word love to become a mantra, emanating from the center of your heart center. Radiating. Now from the heart center, find a breath that you can breathe. Think of from the spine, from the heart center up the spine to the Ajna chakra. So a beautiful breath drawing the energies of the heart up into the head. And take several of these. So you're depositing the energies from the heart, up into the head. That higher center. The union of the head and the heart. And then finally letting the mind rest at the Ajna chakra, the very center of the head. Repetition of your mantra, love. Feel it. Breathe it. Become love. There is that part of ourself that is perfect, ever-flowing love. And for our last practice, there's a powerful spiritual energy in this group. For our last practice, let's join our energies together and send them to anyone in the room in need of them, anyone in the space. And be open yourself. If there's somebody in your life who's not here and you'd like to have benefit from the practice, just visualize them here with us. And then beginning to take some larger breaths in, so consciously bringing ourselves out. Letting go to be well. Another generous breath. And releasing deeply into this moment. Perfect moment. And I'd like to end with a Rumi poem. Love is that never sleeps, never even rests, nor stays for long with those that do. Love is language that can be said. Love is language that cannot be said or heard. Love is language that cannot be said or heard. Namaste.
Thank you very much, Michelle. And thank you all for joining us. So we're going to be doing this live the last Sunday of every month. So spread the word. If there's a Sangha that you belong to, a professional association, invite your politicians. I think that's a fabulous idea. Your coworkers, and let's help this movement really grow. And there's also the invitation on the other Sundays of the month at 4 p.m. wherever you are. We chose Central Time because that just made sense. It's Central. But at 4 p.m., wherever you are on a Sunday, if you want to just sit for, even just if it's just for a few minutes and send a little loving energy out in the world. There's actually hard science around, we can actually change the frequency and create some shifts in the world. So, with that, I'm just sitting with a lot of gratitude right now. Happy Pride, happy Sunday. We're going to have some more lovely music from Isabel to take us out. Mehrad, Michelle, do you have any closing remarks?
Excellent, the invitation. And also additional information about the Love Hour, how it was initiated, what it is. It is at the on the website, lovehour.net.
Yeah.
And announcement about the upcoming live events will be there. Thank you for joining us. all love. Spread the word and spread the love.
Yeah.
And waiting for Isabel to.
All right. Take us out, Isabel.
Okay.
Thank you, Isabel. And I've invited everybody to unmute if you want to just get your voice out into the room or applaud for Isabel or say hi or.
Yes.
Bravo!
Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
What a blessing, Isabel. Thank you so much.
Yes.
Thank you for having me.
That was awesome.
Sarah didn't think she could do a whole hour. It's lovely. Thank you.
For sure.
They pulled our animals in too.
Yeah.
Thank you, Craig, and everyone who's here. Your presence is an important part of this whole project. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
have
did
a
it.
beautiful day.
Yay! All right. Bye, everybody. Thank you for being here. All right. I love you.
Thank you.